All right, INTRIX is a brand belongs to ourselves, our group of companies. And our group of companies' tagline is a cool engineering, hot solutions. It's nothing to do with cool, everything related to the hot water solutions. Okay, so before I get into the slides, so I wish to ask, how many of you is from the developer? Have you guys anybody from developer? Consultancy firm? Consultant, that's great, because I'm afraid making an enemy after my talk, all right? So, and then anyone from my competitor? No, all right, fantastic. So, first, what do we do? In our group of companies, actually, we have three major lines of the product. The first is residential heating, the second, renewable heating, the third is actually thermal energy storage. So the last two is actually about the centralized hot water system, which I'm not going to talk because 25 minutes is insufficient. So today's talk is actually focused on the residential heating. What is the new age residential heating that nowadays that we try to bring into the market that will benefit to the people who use our product, all right? Before, to move into the product, where are we? Our company background is actually from providing the ODM and OEM manufacturing service to the overseas country in making the multi-point tankless instant water heater. The international well-known brands such as Heat-Ray-Sedia, Stibel Ultron. Heat-Ray-Sedia is the largest water heating company in UK. Stibel Ultron is the largest water heating company from Germany. And then Santon, Dimplex, Marie, all located in US and UK as well. So Champ is a water heating company in Singapore. So where do we contribute to the market? These are all the, we are the member for ASHRAE, Research Committee for the MGBC, as well as a CRIM. So for the multi-point tankless water heater, we provide the endless hot water for all your comfort needs. What does it mean, the multi-point? In one single machine, this machine can cater for the multiple hot water application in a single bathroom. Basin, shower, and bathtub. And the most, sometimes people will require the hot water to the bidet, okay? But that is too much for local, okay? In some countries, particularly like Japan, maybe they need the hot water to the bidet, but not in Malaysia. So, the water heater with the iPad size. As we all know, the water heater in the market, some might be very bulky, very big, okay, very tall, but we make it as compact as possible in the size of the iPad. The thickness only has a great difference that 10 times of the iPad thickness. The whole machine is 1.5 kg. With this small machine, and then the light machine, we can do a lot more than the water heating itself. Multi-point, as I mentioned just now, it caters for a few applications in the single bathroom. And this thermalizer control is one of the patented technology that our company has secured. And this thermalizer control is actually totally related to the energy efficiency of the water heating within our machines. If you look closer to the knob of our machine, you will realize that actually we have the temperature indicator over there in our knob, 41 and 60. What does it mean? According to the National Health Services, the 41 degrees Celsius is the maximum temperature safe for shower for every person, 41. Beyond than that, you need a person next to you to supervise the shower. Some people, they might have a sickness to require to shower the hot water. So 41 degrees is generally the maximum temperature that for every person to have the shower. So if you set the 41 degrees Celsius, my machines will always ensure the maximum temperature output from my hot water supply is at maximum 41 degrees Celsius. But if, let's say, why 60? Ken, is it your company making such mistake? You say 41 is a safe temperature, why go beyond 41 until 60? But this 60 degrees Celsius is actually meant for the application in the kitchen. You know, those westernized people or overseas people, They require hot water to actually degrease their dishes, to fill the hot water in the sink, and then they dip all the dishes inside for the degreasing. Hot water is easier to actually get rid of those very stagnant, those like dirty dirt, bacteria, or sanitizing, cleaning. So this is actually also can be used in the kitchen to provide the hot water instantaneously, all right? And for the details, technical spec, I will going to jump on later slide in the schematic comparison. And this machine is a ceiling concealed type of the water heater. From these two comparison, which one do you prefer, gentlemen? Do you want to see the water heater in your bathroom, or you prefer not to see any? After all, you don't want to see, right? Because we actually did a survey in the market in UK, because we supply for more than 8 years there. 80% of the people, they come back with a survey form, they write there, they root there. They don't want to see any water heater in their bathroom because they felt like they have a thread electrocuted by the water heater. So therefore, we make it disappear. It's actually installed above the ceiling. It's not totally disappear, all right? And the low activation flow rate. Other than our machine, all machines in the market, I can confidently say that their low activation flow rate is actually 2 liters per minute to 2.5 liters per minute. But our machines is actually managed to on with the low flow as low as 1 liter per minute. That's been, you don't have the thermocycling issue that actually you cut down the flow so low that suddenly the machine will cut off the power, because all the machines being designed to prevent the dry burn with a very small flow goes through their water heating element. They try to prevent the dry burn, so they actually have a higher low flow activation. But our machine can be activated by as low as 1 liter per minute. Actually, for the sharing, our R&D department told me that 0.7 also can activate the machine. And this one, who like this symbol? No waiting time. Because the water heating system in Malaysia, in residential project, is very common to use the electric storage water heater. Most of the time, the developer will provide the point, but without any water heater. Then they expect you to put up any water heater you want. Okay, you choose in the market, you buy in the market, the single point, you just always fix it on the wall, hook up the cable, then you enjoy the hot shower. They don't care anything about enjoyment, they don't care anything about it, they just want yourself to make sure you have a hot water. But if let's say the developer give you the hot water system, the preferred choice, I'm not sure. I met up with quite a lot of consultants in the market. Their preferred choice seems to be the electric storage water heater. Am I right? So I'm not telling any lie. Electric storage water heater, why? It has a tank. Then I have to specifically mention about my product is tankless. Tankless and tank. Tank, it will require the waiting time to heat up the water and supply to the person, to the user for a hot water shower. But my machine, it doesn't require any waiting time. It straight away give it to you. So ever since that I joined iGEM, our company joined iGEM, from this iGEM, everybody talk about green. Why? Save energy. But nobody's talking about saving time. Should they put up any color to represent those technology to help people to save time? Perhaps like green, green is taken by the energy saving. Should they put up by yellow? Or perhaps use our orange to help people to save time? Because why? Everybody knows that time is as valuable as gold. But can you guys buy time with gold or not? Cannot. All the development project nowadays, the price is actually getting increased and increased until 1 million per condominium, 800,000 per condominium. But if a person can afford to buy such property, do they have time to wait for the hot water to heat it up? Do they? Or do they not? After rush back from our office, go home, take shower, want to meet up with client again, rush out to the client, then they, mati lah, tak ada air panas, kena tunggu lagi. 30 minutes, 50 minutes, 60 minutes, just name it. So this is actually one of the setbacks for the existing water heating products. I don't say technology, products. that actually have a setback to the market, but whereas our product is actually trying to overcome that problem. And how does it work? As simple as the cold water to the bathroom, branch out the supply to the machine, and then it comes out the hot water supply according to the preset temperature, 41 degrees Celsius, and goes to your shower, to the mixer of the shower. So the hot water supply side and the cold water supply side, you can just mix up the water. It doesn't mean that you have to shower with the 41 degrees Celsius, ladies and gentlemen. You can actually mix together, blend it with the cold water to bring down the temperature as the best temperature you prefer. Then you shower. It's a very convenient features to all of you. So, after that, I would like to share with you the comparison in terms of the energy consumption. Just now I shared with you guys. Compared to the electric storage water heater, I help you guys to save time. Now, my machine can help you guys to save money. All right? Energy consumption comparison between the multi-point instantaneous and the electric storage water heater. So these are the information that we extracted from the United States Department of Energy, or is actually we harvested the information from such web page. Tankless water heater, also known as a demand type or instantaneous water heater. Overseas country, they call it demand type water heater. Why? Because once you demand, you use electricity. But when you don't demand any hot water, you don't spend any money to use the electricity. So, to provide the hot water as is needed, eliminating the need of storage tank. So, then energy consumptions. For homes that use 41 gallons or less of hot water daily, demand water heater can be 20%, 24% to 34% more energy efficient than conventional storage water heater. If you use more of the hot water, your saving could be more, 27% to 50%. Wow! All this year we've been paying so much on the electric storage water heater, my goodness. What's wrong with that? Why? Why we have to pay more with the electric storage water heater? And then the life expectancy. Most tankless water heater have a life expectancy of more than 20 years. But in contrast, the storage water heater lasts 3 to 5 years nowadays. Because of the lime scale issue, the inner tank not properly welded, stainless steel, because in Malaysia it's very common to use the stainless steel. But for sharing, gentlemen, in the whole wide world, only 2 countries that actually use most stainless steel is as a storage water heater inner tank material. The first one is Japan, second is Malaysia. Surprise. Other than that, stainless steel is not the main materials to use as a storage tank inner material. Why? Because the welding process, they need to done it very well to get rid of the water leakage. If not, the corrosion will happen in the welding place. That is the problem, that when it gives a leakage, who will going to bear the cost? The end user will going to bear the cost, because the bigger tank, the larger tank that you put in the client house, then the larger holes, they have to take out the tank. Because most of the time, when you put the tank inside, it can never be out already, because it's too big. Okay? Unless you need to take out your ceiling. All right? So the heating and reheating profiles. We actually have a few brands storage water heater in the market to do the research. And this research is actually done by the Monash University, Sunway campus. Product A, B, C. The power voltage is these 3. Okay. A and C have a 3 kilowatt in heating capacity, and the B is actually 0.3 kilowatt. We can see that the storage tank size liter, and this is the heating time. Temperature versus the number of hours. Actually, the storage tank heat up to the maximum temperature, it will cut off. Then it will go down because the temperature drop. Then it will cut in again to heat it up. So, then what so worry about that? Because the tank is doing their job anyway to guarantee the hot water supply. But let's look at the time. Product A, starting from the first heating, they take 54 minutes. Gentlemen, if you go back home, 9 o'clock at night, boleh ke tunggu 54 minit tanpa air panas? Okay. Then we go to product B. They declare themselves have a 0.3 kilowatt. Yes, indeed they have. They really 0.3, their lowest heating capacity in the market. If let's say the tank don't have any hot water, you have to wait how long? 343 minutes of hot water to get the hot water heated up. Is it justified or not? Tunggu sampai pagi lah. Malam balik kan, pagi baru mandi lah. Alright? Product C, quite normal, 93 minutes. And then starting from the first reheat, all this is actually, they have one common issue, standing heat loss. This standing heat loss is related to the temperature drop. Product A and C, they have the temperature drop 15 degrees Celsius and 13 degrees Celsius, the overnight temperature drop, because it's as a vessel to store the hot water. All right, so it has a temperature drop. But the product B, they have 31 degrees Celsius of temperature drop. So that means all the storage water heater, they have one common issue, the temperature will drop overnight. When temperature drop, gentlemen, all your money that's spent on the electricity to heat up the heat up the water, it's not every part of it is used by you. You throw it off. Sikit-sikit lama-lama jadi bukit kan, tapi itu bukan saving kan, itu buang saja. Alright? So, that is why our product compared to the storage water heater, we offer not only on the energy efficiency, we also help you to save the energy and directly helping you to save up your money as well. You only pay for whatever you use. You don't overpay for what you don't use. All right? So, just now I mentioned about the thermalizer. Let's look at what if the water heater don't have the thermalizer. Thermalizer is actually a short form from the thermal stabilizer. Okay? All the water heater in Malaysia or elsewhere in the world, you can see that the temperature knob, the setting knob, is always with the minimum and maximum. What does it mean? It means it's actually you're tuning the power, but not temperature. You're tuning how much power that you want to boost to the canister, but you cannot control the temperature. So, assuming this water heater with the 8 kilowatt heating capacity constant, both valve, for Malaysian, I assume 99% then when they walk into the bathroom, they start to have a shower. They want to have a shower, they will on both valves. They will start to turn on both valves. Why? Kiasi kan? Takut mati kan? Takut semua buka saja air panas kan, nanti melecur pula. Okay? So dia campur lah, air sejuk dengan air panas. So both 4 liter per minute, 4 liter per minute. With this 4 liter per minute, with the 8 kilowatt of heating capacity, it can rise the temperature up to 56.7 degrees Celsius. And then with the cold water temperature, we assume is 28 degrees Celsius. For the mixture of both, 8 liter per minute become 42.3. Just now the maximum temperature for shower is 41. But this mixture is too hot. So, in normal scenario, a person will tune down the hot water valve. Become 2.5 liter. Assuming 2.5 liter, with the 8 kilowatt constant, because you set the power already. You never kacau the power. Constant power, the temperature will rise even higher. 73.9 degrees Celsius. With a mixture of temperature, it becomes 45.7 degrees Celsius. It's even hotter. So after a person get panic, they'll further turn down lah. Kan dia takut kan, further turn down the hot water valve, become 1 liter per minute. It's lower than the low activation flow rate. The heater will cut off to prevent the dry burn. So what they get is 28 degrees Celsius. With the constant power, that your heater don't have the intelligence control, electronic control to regulate the current, this will happen in most of the heater. If you have one single point shower heater, the instant shower heater in your house, in your bathroom, you can always try that. Try to fix the power, open up the valve, let the water flow out. When you reduce the flow, what will happen? The temperature will rise. Because there is the power already constant. Okay? Kurangkan air dia biar sampai dia titisan, kurangkan air, dia akan jadi sangat panas. Okay, because of the constant power, it never regulate anything. So then the person go back to both valve 4 liter per minute, comes out temperature too hot, again and again and again. So we call this problem thermal cycling. Now, what if your heater have a thermalizer control? Summer, but this one different because you already preset the temperature at 41 degrees Celsius. Okay, my knob, 4 liters per minute, 4 liters per minute. In order for my machine to give the 41 degrees Celsius at the flow rate of 4 liters per minute, it only requires 3.62 kilowatt. That means my PCB will reduce the current being supplied to the canister to bring down the heating capacity until 3.62 kilowatt, because with this energy is enough to do the job. So it doesn't require the additional energy to do more job. Why? This is how it gives to them. With the mixture of the temperature become 34.5. Okay, 34.5 for some people is cold, for some people is hot enough. Let's assuming that person feel hot. It will reduce to 3 liters per minute because just now it's 4 liters per minute. Look at here, the temperature is still 41 because it's already 41. Why? You preset the temperature, you fix above the ceiling, you're never going to kacau it anymore, right? Correct or not? Takkan nak tiap-tiap kali mandi kena panjat tangga naik atas kasi tukarkan temperature. This is basically one of the important features that fit and forget. You fit it up, then you have to completely forget about the machine. Okay? So the 41 degrees Celsius, your preset with the 3 liters per minute, the lower flow, you only require 2.71 kilowatt. Then my machine will further tune down the current to supply to the canister, because it doesn't want to waste your money to produce so much of energy to ramp up the temperature. So the mixture of the temperature becomes 32.3. It's lower temperature, ngam. The person say, I want to shower colder, so I tune down. I get what I want. All right? So if it is a rainy day, they require more hot water. They ramp it up to 6.5 liters per minute. They add in more hot water, combination of the mixture, they add in more hot water. With this flow, 6.5 liters per minute, my machine is preset 41, so I need around 5.9 kilowatts. That's why I work hard. My machine will work very hard to give more energy to the canister to heat up the water, because the water flow is a lot more. Okay? So with the mixture of the cold water side, we get a 37.9 degrees Celsius, almost 38. It's just fine, because rainy day, I need hot water to shower. Problem solved. Okay? And this is one size of the machines. iPad size. I tak ada tipu kan? iPad size kecil kan? One size 5 model. 5 different models, different nominal power, but with one dimension, one size. And this is actually to save a lot of project ceiling space, gentlemen. Because the storage water heater, sometimes when you need the larger flow, you require the larger storage tank. It will require the very large ceiling space. But this one actually can help a lot of projects to save their ceiling space. Then you walk into a bathroom, you don't see your ceiling drop down already. Because if your ceiling drop down, this means it has a very big size of the storage tank up there. All right. So we have 5 models over here. And then this is actually the flow rate versus the temperature. My machine can supply the power. But my machine also have a limitation. I'm the sales and marketing manager. I can't always say my thing is the best in the world, but my machine have a limitation. If you buy or you get a model with one model, particularly like 6 kilowatt, if you blast in too big of the flow rate, my machine will have a limitation of the 6 kilowatt. Takkan dia jadi 9.3 kilowatt pula. So the 6 kilowatt is only meant for how much of the flow rate we already indicate with our product catalog, and we were willing to share with all the consultants and the developer to actually find the good shower accessories to ngam pakai sama dengan kami punya machine. Supaya dia jangan bagi you flow yang sudah macam I pouring down, bukan raining down. Even though rain shower head, people call rain kan. But sometimes now the rain shower accessory become crazier and crazier, become out of the mind. The water is pouring out, the water is not raining out. So that is actually the water flow can up to 20 over liter. Then my customer say, hey, your 9.3 can give a hot water. No, my machine can give a hot water 41 degrees Celsius at 12 liters per minute. 20 over liter per minute can be done. 2 units of eCOMPACT installed as a parallel. We have a lot of advice to the client, but they will concern another things about the current consumption is too high. Sometimes I make the mechanical consultant happy, but I make the electrical consultant very sad. So that is why I say I try not to make an enemy on the consultant side. So I have to explain a lot more to the consultant, particularly to the electrical consultant, that if let's say need more of this kind of heater, we actually have a diversity factor or the coincidence factor to apply here, because this is not electric storage water heater anyway. The electric storage water heater, you need a longer heating time, but this one is very short heating time. So these are all the few accessories that couple up with the different kilowatt that we advise to a consultant. All right, so pro and cons. Storage water heater only have one pro that I can clearly see that it actually cater for high flow rate, but the other one, ada limitasi dia. Though you can run out of hot water, you know. Don't play, you know. But the multi-point tankless water heater, you can never run out of hot water. It's actually supplied the endless hot water. And then this is how green it is. My booth is just outside this seminar hall. We also have a residential renewable energy hot water system that cater for the residential house. And then this is the area of the less operating cost and then the less installation and product cost, but the storage seems to use a lot more energy. And then this is our features, your benefit, all is actually the summarize here. But let's look at it. The waiting is over hot water in an instant. This is very important because nowadays, we are no more easy with our life. We have to rush something that we wanted. Sometimes the husband shower, the wife also need to shower. But very rare case, the husband and wife will shower together, right? So they still prefer to shower individually. So I mean, if you use the storage tanks, you have to wait lor. Tengok siapa pakai dulu lah. Yang kedua tu kena tunggu. All right. So our heaters is actually certified by all this body, the ISO 9001 certificate, CRIM certificate, Swanjaya ST certificate, as well as the Roche declaration and IEC CE certificate as well. So, thank you, gentlemen.